Hi traders, and welcome to the PL Capital Commodity Report. Today is Wednesday, August 2nd, just after 5 p.m. Central Time. In this video, we'll look at natural gas, oil, copper, gold, and silver. So let's go. All right, looking at the futures contract for natural gas. This is the 1 hour chart. And in my last video, I was saying that, I was still thinking that we are going down in a diagonal format. So we had this running flat, 1, 2, 3, that's 1. And I was expecting 3 waves up, which we got. And now we need to come down. So it's at a very interesting spot right now, because when I look at this, I'm kind of thinking that it's almost, well, I guess I don't have enough information yet, because if I'm looking at this as a diagonal, so we got 1 down there, 2 there. Well, we just had a 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's a 1, 2, 3. So this is not how a diagonal should be. I mean, that this third wave should have come much farther down. So that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 would break that low. So, but like I said, it could just be, if I zoom back in, it could just be that they're creating a big impulse here. 1, 2, 3, and now they'll come up into this area, 2, 5, 11-ish, maybe up to 2, 5, 45. Could go a little bit higher, but they can't break this low right there of 2551. So that's a key level right there, because if they break that, then that's just a 1, 2, 3. And then I think actually that natural gas goes up to break that high. So I want to watch the reaction in here. Actually, I mean, it just, if they come up but they can't break 2551, and then if it comes back down and breaks that low that we set today, then you got an impulse there, and then you'll get like a correction, and then more down, and then that would be 3, and then that would make me feel better that we've got a 1, 2, and then somewhere 3 we'll finish, and we'll get a 4 and a 5 when we'll break that low. But if they do break 2551, then I don't think that this is coming down as a diagonal, and instead I think we're going to go and break that top. And so I was looking at it like this still is, when I zoom out here, this is still just, it's all so choppy. And so what I did is I looked, it could be that, so I'm gonna have to really zoom out here. Let me go to daily. All right, it could be we've got 1 and 2. This 2 did not break, came within, I think, 2 ticks of breaking that 1. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and right here could be 5. Oops. And then you've got 1, 2. So then down here, this is 3, and it could be that we're in 4, and they're creating a really ugly expanding triangle. So like I said, 3 I think ended here, and then this is 1, 2, 3. That could be A, and then you got a 1, 2, 3 as a B, and then 1, 2, 3 as a C. And like I've been saying, I know that this is 3 ways. 1, 2, 3. That could be D, and then this would be a really big 1, W, X, Y to, and then they'll come up, and that'll be E. And then all in all, you're just gonna have a big A. Actually, I can just keep that A, B, C, D, E triangle, and then you'll come down. So I think tomorrow we'll have the answer. Inventory comes out. There's been a lot of hot weather in the south, so it could be another bullish report, bullish inventory report. So definitely, I think tomorrow, if they break up above 2551 before they come back down and create like a 4 and a 5 down here, if they come up strong tomorrow, then I think it comes all the way up, and then somewhere up here is where it'll get rejected as a one big ugly triangle down here, because I mean this is just so corrective down here. I mean there's nothing bullish about it. I mean we're exactly at the same place price wise that we were back on April 13th. We just up down, and it's literally expanding each time it comes up, makes a new low, makes a new high, makes a new low, makes a new high. This would be the one time where it won't make a new low, but it will make another high and then get rejected if it's going to be a triangle, which it's really ugly. But this whole pattern here is really ugly. So for now, I'm still favoring that this is going to come down in a diagonal format. So maybe it'll come up here, get rejected, create a new low, and then all that'll be one, correct two, and then still come down, and somewhere down in here will be three. So that'll be 1, 2, and then somewhere down. Well, 3 could be anywhere, but it'll be much farther than where it finished today. So let's keep an eye on this little area, mainly just the 2551 level. That's the key level. All right, oil. Yeah, so oil. For right now, I got this WXYXZ, and oil is in a position where this high now is set 82.43, and now we come down and break through the low. Because I'm looking at this, I still see this as a WXY, and then this was all so ugly, WXYX. And it could be that this is Z up here, the Z wave. But we don't know that, because this is going to be a very interesting area right here, 78-ish, 76-ish, somewhere in there. If it just, it obviously sold off hard today, should be a correction up, and then watch the reaction. If it comes down in here, and then it's just a 1, 2, 3, but then it comes back up, breaks that high, then I think this is all just going to be a leading diagonal, because then that'll be 1, that'll be 2. This was all 1, and then that'll be 2, 3, and then that'll be 3, come back down for 4, go back up for 5, and then there's a whole leading diagonal, and then you get a big correction, and then still one more up, and then that'll be a 1, 2, 3 for the Z wave. So oil's in a place where the top could be in, but if it just comes down in 3 ways and goes back up, then oil's just going to be chopping around in this area for quite some time. So 77 to 84-ish or so, just going to be kind of chopping up and down, creating this leading diagonal, correct down, and still go back up. So this little area, actually the next few days, really should give a lot of clue, because if it's just a simple 1, 2, 3 correction and up, oil stays up here for several weeks, if not months. So keep an eye on this. Now, obviously, if oil really sells off, then I don't think that if it breaks hard through 76.50, then I think the top is in, and it's just going to work its way down to the low. All right, copper. Yeah, so last week I said, I couldn't give any recommendation on direction, only that I'd be a buyer below that 368 low, or if they came and broke that top, that I'd be a seller up in there. Well, because then I think that this is going to be a running flat, and I think that's exactly what's happening here. So got the impulse up, got 3 there, got 3 there, and then I think they're going to come down. Not much more. I mean, it's been really selling off pretty hard, straight line. I think if it comes down just a little bit more, 3.8-ish, 3.810 or so, like actually anywhere in this 3.76 to 3.81, anywhere in here, I think is a really good place to look for a buy setup. So not much more. And then when it comes and breaks that high that they set on Tuesday or on Monday, then we'll have to watch and see the price reaction, what this is. All right, moving on. Gold. Yeah, so gold is really starting to sell off, and it's really looking like they're coming down in a diagonal format. So like 1, 2, 3, that's 1, and then you got 1, 2, 3, that's 2, and then you got 1, 2, 3, that's 3. So watch here. If it is a diagonal, that's just going to be like a 1, 2, 3. I mean, they could come up a little bit higher. But if it's just a 3-wave correction and then they come back down again, 1, 2, 3, then this will all be leading diagonal, get a bigger correction, and then still down before they finally head up. So, but this could also be, this is W, sorry, that's W, that's X, and that could be Y, and that could be all the correction, and now they come up. So you got to watch in this little area right in here. If it's just 3 waves and then it comes crashing back down, I think this is going to be a really big correction, because I think this is all going to be leading diagonal down to about there, and then you'll get a correction up before it heads back down. So watch the reaction probably in the next couple of days, because this third wave could be in, and now they'll start to correct up. But if it's only 3 waves, yeah, look out for more downside. Silver's kind of the same, but it's definitely not done, whatever this is, because this looks like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But when I look at the internals of this, like when I go down to a 1 hour, like this looks like 3 to there, and then there's 3, and then so far you just have this big drop. So that could be 3 ways, but I'd almost think that they're gonna like correct on this one, go up. Like it's just, there's something not. I don't like how this. I mean, these drops are just so vertical, so hard, and on RSI you don't have any divergence. MACD you do have hourly divergence, but you don't have any 4-hour divergence. So I feel like silver's going to be creating some, could only almost be like a running flat. Like it might spike up, but then it's still got one more down. So silver, I think you got to wait to be a buyer on this. If it does spike up, that might be a good trade, because then you'll have a perfect running flat going on. But I wouldn't be a buyer until there's some kind of correction and still one more down to break that low that they set today. So I'd be careful with silver. I'd be more waiting for in the low 23s for silver. All right, that's what I see on those markets. Hope that helps. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your likes and support, and see you in the next video.